This is Barnstable Today for Wednesday, January 21st. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford.
Another marathon meeting has the school committee considering an alternative for Hyannis East. That's our lead story. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Meeting last night in front of a standing room only crowd in the night lecture hall at Barnstable High School. The school committee voted to accept most elements of the superintendent's restructuring plan aimed at cutting $6 million out of the FY10 budget.
Last night's vote cleared the way for closing Katuitt Marston's Mills Elementary, but the newest member of the committee, Fran McDonald, presented an approach that would keep Hyannis East open.
I was also struck by the importance of Hyannis East and the role it plays. As one teacher that night called it a beacon of hope, I believe. I also liken it maybe more in a practical sense to an anchor store at the mall, Macy's if you will, in a community that absolutely needs all of our collective efforts. And I was equally as floored by speakers from other districts, some whose schools have been slated for closing, that asked us that question, geez, but High East, you sure you got the right one here, despite the bad news in her own village? So, Mr. Chairman, it's really in consideration of all those factors that I'd like to, even at this late hour, throw another option into the mix for us to consider. And I would ask that, in concert with the Board of Trustees of the Marston's Mills East Horace Mann Charter School, that we move forward to renew the charter while relocating the school to High East. And instead of looking like we're trying to take a neighborhood and mandate them to climb aboard buses to be moved to different parts of town, or instead of asking the state to back us up and override an AYP issue and take students from other side of town and mandate that they jump on board a bus to go to a different location. This plan, if endorsed by the committee and if endorsed by the Marston's Mills East Horace Mann Charter School, would provide that anchor, would provide that beacon of hope, would get us through the immediate tough time facing us for the next 12 or 24 months, and to me, most importantly, provide that beacon of hope, provide something really special in that community while giving us diversity by choice and not by mandate. That's all I have.
And just as a point of information to make clear, your proposal being to shift the location of Marston's Mills East Horace Mann to Hyannis East would basically negate the superintendent's recommendation to move to Osterville. So according to this proposal, the other facets of the superintendent's plan would stay in place, and in lieu of closing Hyannis, well, we would still be closing Hyannis East Elementary School. It would become a Horace Mann Charter School, and we would also be closing still the Osterville Elementary School building and consolidating the Osterville, Marston's Mills, and Katuitt students at the current Marston's Mills East site. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
The school committee will meet again next Tuesday evening in the town hall hearing room and try and finalize the restructuring plan.
Meanwhile, an energetic contingent of Barnstable school students were among those who gathered yesterday in town hall to witness the inauguration of President Barack Obama.
They received a bit of a history lesson and some perspective from Town Council Vice President Harold Toby.
This occasion is momentous for me. I've been on the Cape all my life. I was here when the housing was segregated. I've been here when jobs for people of color, black people, there just wasn't any jobs that we could take because we were limited to labor and working in houses of maids for parents. It was a tough time, and 1965, there weren't any black police officers in the police department. Now there is. There weren't many black people that were in the government, and now there is. In my 72 years, I never once dreamed that we would have a black president. Now, after saying all that, what stood out to me was it wasn't done just by the black people. It was done by everyone, all the Americans and the United States that got behind this president, upcoming president. What's exciting about it is that each and every one of you young children, each and every one of you have the same opportunity to become the next president of the United States. To me, that's just so overpowering. Also, again, I have to reiterate that it wasn't done by just one race. It was done by every race, every creed, every color that came together. Now, we're at this point. It's not going to be easy for our new president. And we are going to have to pick up the mantle and keep this going. There's a lot to be done. We have a lot of hope, and that's another key. It's hope. We have a hope for our future. But all of us as Americans have to work to keep that hope alive and to improve upon it. And I will end this by saying, God bless America, and I am so proud to be an American. Thank you.
Then, with Councilors Tobey's words still fresh, the crowd in the hearing room witnessed and reacted to the historic scene being beamed from the nation's capital.
Are you prepared to take the oath, Senator? I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will execute the office of President of the United States faithfully.
that I will execute
faithfully the office of President of the
United States faithfully,
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
With the inauguration now in the history books, our focus shifts back to the meeting schedule here in town, starting with the Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Commission this evening at 7 in the School Administration Building.
The Shellfish Committee meets at 7:30 in the MEA Conference Room off Finney's Lane. Then tomorrow, it's site plan review at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Later on tomorrow, it's the Town Council meeting in the hearing room at 7 o'clock.
And please keep in mind that the vast majority of all the meetings here in town are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here tomorrow. I'm Mark Mumford.